Delta-3 carotene is a simple terpene and colorless essential oil found in cannabis and other plants. It exudes an earthy, cedar-like aroma with citrus notes. It is found in basil, bell peppers, rosemary, and other herbs and trees, and is the primary constituent of turpentine. It may combat inflammation, repair damaged bones, and promote mental focus and concentration. 3-carotene may be used in combination with limonene and eucalyptus, which could be useful for conditions like ADHD and depression.
The Stoned Vet. I hit the ground running when I'm invading your country. It's still with honor and discipline. Throw my guns like onyx, dressed in camo.
What's up, guys? RNG here from the Stoned Vet USMC. Happy hump day. Super excited to be here with you guys, man. We are on week 6 of going through the terpene profiles of a cannabis plant, of this amazing plant. I'm super excited to be here with you guys, man. Hopefully you guys have been doing amazing. You just coming off that Labor Day weekend. Hopefully you guys were able to go out to the lake one last time before fall starts coming in. Hopefully sooner than later. I mean, here in Oklahoma, we got a joke going around right now. It's like, hey, fall and winter. Hey, fall, you going to be coming soon? And fall responds, yeah, me and winter on our way. Because usually, depending on the time of year, every year is different. It'll be fall for like 3 days, and the next thing you know, you're getting smacked with winter. And you're just like, oh my gosh, dude, it got cold fast. Right now, it hasn't been too bad, man. We've been sitting in the 80s and 90s, which has been great. Good weather. You get out there, mow the yard a couple more times before the fall comes in and kills all the grass, right? So we're super excited about that, man. I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Rafa 180. Rafa 180 provides you the best medicinal grade CBD on the market that's 100% THC free. Like I tell you guys, like myself, if you cannot consume THC because the government or your job says, oh, you can't do that because of the stigma that's been provided to it, go check out Rafa180.com. That's Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel Alpha 180.com to get all your medicinal grade CBD needs, man. If you check out with the Stoned Vet USMC, you get 15% off your entire purchase. Like myself, man, I'm looking here. I got a countdown here. By the time you guys watch this, I'll have 58 days left on probation. 58 days left, and then I'll be able to consume THC once again, dude. So if you have a job, there's a lot of people out there who can't consume THC because of the simple fact you still need a plant-based medicine. You still need cannabidiol to enrich your endocannabinoid system. You have to replenish your endocannabinoid system. So go check out Rafa 180 to get all your medicinal grade CBD needs. Spend $85 or more, you get free priority shipping to your front door. That's like 2-day shipping, dude. It's like Amazon, dude. You can't beat that. You get the medicine you need. If you're trying to figure out, you don't know where to begin or how to go, they have the contact information all at the bottom of the page. Great info, and it's a direct phone number, a direct line to the owner. They'll answer you any questions that you need, man. You want to check out some of my swag? I got new shirts. I got cups. I've got socks. I've got all kinds of swag, and apparently I only sold one shirt last month, guys. You guys are killing me, dude. You guys are killing me. I'm about to have hoodies start coming out. And if you guys aren't buying anything, man, I'm just going to tell Ginger and Dave, just close down the store, dude. Nobody wants to buy the swag, dude. It sucks, Nobody wants support, right? Nobody wants to help support the Stoned Vet. Get out there and show people why you listen to the Stoned Vet, why we are this 2-time award-winning podcast. Why do we do what we do, man? Get out there and buy some shirts, dude. Buy some socks. Buy a cup. I'm telling you, I just opened this up because I was going to clean it out so I could put some water in this. I still had ice in it from yesterday afternoon. 24 hours ago, I put ice in it, and I still had ice in it, dude. It's a great cup, dude. They're providing great products over there with Ginger and David over at Really Designs, man. Super excited, man. You guys see it, right? You guys see these awards, right? Right there, right? Winner, Top Marine Corps Podcast. The winner, Chronic Palooza, top podcast, right? Voting has opened up. Voting has opened up August 18th, and it goes, or August 8th, and it goes all the way to September 18th. There's only a couple more weeks left, guys, to get your votes in. I'm hoping you guys are in there voting on a daily basis. On my episode on YouTube, in the description box down below, or if you're listening to this on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Amazon, Google, wherever you listen to this podcast, in the description box, I'm putting a hyperlink in there so you guys can go straight to the voting and you can vote for me, man. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share, right? But you guys can see these beautiful awards we have already won. I didn't win them. We won them as a family, right? This is my 2021 Veteran Podcast Award, Warhammer, right? That we won last year. You guys remember that? That was an amazing event, right? That Travis and Shane threw for us as a veteran podcast, right? This was my first award, right? And I won this one this year, 2022. I've won the Chronic Palooza Top Podcast Award in 2022 already, guys. There's up for 2 more. Veteran Podcast Awards has opened up, man. Like I said, get out there and vote. You can vote on a daily basis. Please don't forget to vote. Let's bring back the Top Marine Corps podcast, guys. I've been listening to them. I'm kind of upset with some of them, dude, because I'm like, nobody's doing what I'm doing on a regular basis. But hey, they got their own audience. They listening in to what their content that they're providing. And I guess if you're into that type of stuff, dude, it's got good information. There's some good content out there. Me, I got kind of bored, but hey, who am I to say anything, right? I'm super excited to be here today with you guys, man. Super excited. I want to thank Veteran Trash Talk for allowing me to be out here and to be able to just gossip with you guys and just spread some craziness, right? This week, we're going through Delta 3 Carnine, man. That's a new terpene. I never even heard of this terpene before. Like I said, my goal is to go through each terpene of the cannabis plant so you can educate you guys on a regular basis, right? And going through this, I never knew, right? We are, like I said, one of the biggest things is try to help relate these terpenes with you guys that are already using these terpenes, man. You guys use these terpenes on a daily basis, I guarantee. Like this Delta 3 Carnine, basil, bell peppers, rosemary, and other herbs. How many of y'all don't eat bell peppers when you eating fajitas? I had bell peppers and fajitas. I never knew this Delta 3 Carnine was in it, right? Basil. You guys are always using basil, right? We use basil all the time, right? Anything, you put a little bit of basil in it, right? Which is great, right? And so I'm getting this information this week from leafwell.com, right? Leafwell.com is who I'm getting this information from, which is providing some good things like this here. I never knew. So we've already gone through limonene, right? And we went through eucalyptus a couple of weeks ago, did we not, right? It can be used in a combination for conditions like ADHD and depression. If you guys are anything like me, like right now, like I told you guys, I'm currently on a pharmaceutical to help with my depression, right? Why? Because I'm not able to consume THC. I'm not able to consume cannabis right now. So I've had to resort to a pharmaceutical to help treat my depression that I suffer with, right? And a mood stabilizer that I deal with, right? But like this here, if you find a plant that carries the Delta 3 Carnine in it and you mix it with limonene and eucalyptus, man, this helps treat your depression and your ADHD. A natural plant that can help this? What? No pharmaceuticals? This is great. And the crazy thing is, you are already consuming it. It's in rosemary and bell peppers and basil. Helps with inflammation and helps damaged bones and promote mental focus and concentration. How many of you guys deal with the lack of mental focus and concentration, man? It's insane. It truly is, because I know for myself, I suffer sometimes, right? But that's why I go to Rafa180.com and I get on that Active Duty RX. That Active Duty RX was created by a Army veteran who suffered from mental health issues, right? Who couldn't concentrate, who couldn't deal with concentration, lost his focus, right? Which a lot of us do, right? We lose mental focus and our concentration on working on taskings and stuff like that. But that's why he created Active Duty RX to help us be able to focus on the things that we're dealing with and what we're working on, and which is great. And I take it on a daily basis. I take it every day. If I have to go to work, I'm popping that pill every day, which is great, which helps me, man. So what is Delta 3 Carnine, right? Delta 3 Carnine, sometimes hyphenated Delta 3 carnine, or simple carnine, is a bicyclic monoterpene found in cannabis and other plants. Delta 3 carnine is a naturally occurring component of turpentine. You guys, capable of composing up to 42% of concentrations depending on its source. The terpene features a sweet, pungently herbal and earthly scent found in citrus, cypress, and pine wood. Pine and cedar trees naturally produce Delta 3 carnine, as do herbs such as basil, rosemary, and some peppers, right? So if you guys are looking at it, right? So pine and cedar trees So like in Oklahoma, we have a lot of pine trees and a lot of cedar trees, right? Those things go up in flames usually in the summertime. They usually catch fire real fast because the bark is so dry. But even my wife, when we moved into this home that we moved into, that was one of the biggest things, is that she was like, I like having the pine trees in the back because it helps open up the airways. It helps calm the mind, right? It's the pine wood. The pine and the cedar naturally produce a delta-3 carotene, right? An anti-inflammatory. If you're stressed out, if you go out into the trees and just breathe normally, start doing your breath works like you're intended to do, like Brittany had talked about, what was it, last week, a couple weeks ago? The breath work, you just breathe it in and absorb it in, that cedar and that pine, will relax your mind, man, right? The terpene is known for its unique ability to draw out liquids and is sometimes included in the antihistamine remedies and products meant to dry out excessive menstruation or mucus. Did you know that? Delta-3 can help treat your runny nose, can help treat your colds. It helps dry out the excessive mucus. So if you got a cold, and your nose is always running, this delta-3 carotene can help dry all that up for you instead of taking an over-the-counter pharmaceutical, right? Although these reports are anecdotal, delta-3 carotene's drying ability contributes to the side effects of dry mouth, cotton mouth, and red eyes among cannabis users. So if you guys have consumed cannabis, right? A lot of us, those of us who have, we know that dry mouth, cotton mouth, right? That's what we call it, cotton mouth, right? You're like, hey man, my mouth is so, I need something to drink, right? Or the bloodshot eyes, right? I'm stoned, I'm so stoned, right? You get that cotton mouth, right? It's probably a good indication that thing was high in delta-3 carotene, right? That's what it's saying here. That's what contributes to the cotton mouth. I don't know how many you got. Why do you think I always got a cup with me, dude? Cotton mouth, man. Cotton mouth. I mean, it sucks, dude, when you get cotton mouth, right? This can also make medical cannabis potentially helpful in preventing drooling associated with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. With ALS, because you guys know people with ALS, they have that drooling, right? And they constantly drool because they can't control it, right? And this can help dry it up. Delta-3 carotene is found in many plant essential oils and is a popular ingredient in cosmetics, fragrance products, and food flavoring agent. You've likely tasted delta-3 carotene in your morning glass of orange juice or as an infusion in salad dressing or teas. Its presence in terpentine also makes it a powerful agent in industrial strength insect repellent, right? And so this is one of the things, guys, that's one thing I want to relate with you guys, that these terpenes that I'm talking about, we are already consuming these. We are already using these terpenes on a regular basis, and we weren't unaware of it. And this is one of the things that we try to play a big, huge role. This is one of my things as the Stoned Vet, to help educate, right? That's one of the biggest goals, to break the stigma on cannabis and help educate those that are wanting to use or wanting to learn, how do I consume cannabis? Where do I begin? How do I use this? Where can I go to get this done? What do I need in order to do this, to order to use this stuff, right? And that's one of the biggest goals for me, is to help educate you guys. You guys know that that's one of the biggest things I've wanted to do, is help educate our community so that we have a better understanding of how to use plant-based medicines, right? Everybody knows, right? Everybody knows we got 20 plus veterans taking their life every day, depending on where you live in the country. In Oklahoma, we got 27 veterans taking their life every day just because life is too stressful and too hard. Everybody has an understanding that veterans take their life every day, right? But nobody ever talks about the opioid pandemic that we have in our veteran community, right? I just ordered more pharmaceuticals from the VA for my mental health, right? It was easy. I just got online and I ordered them, right? I can go talk to the doctor and say, hey, I need this, or I need that, or I need this, or I need that, and he'll give it to me. If he sees it fit, he'll give it to me, right? Versus prescribing cannabis, right? And so it's easy to get pharmaceuticals, and we have a lot of brothers and sisters who are dying from the opioid pandemic that we have in our community, right? Because you guys know it, man. How many of you guys are taking 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 pills a day just to try to live a normal life, right? Because you deal with your PTSD, your anxiety, your depression, and all these other things that we deal with, skin conditions and all this stuff, right? And this is one of the things that we have got to learn how to use plant-based medicine, right? Plant-based medicine has been around for thousands of years, right? Plant-based medicine has been around forever. The Native Americans, this is what they used. They didn't go to the doctor to get a muscle relaxer because their back was spazzing out. They learned how to use plant-based medicine to help treat what they were dealing with, right? Here are some of the health benefits for the delta-3 carnitine. We still have a long way to go to understand the complete usefulness of terpenes. Still, the existing research on delta-3 carnitine supports a host of positive potential benefits in treating certain medical conditions. Evidence points to delta-3 carnitine as a beneficial anti-inflammatory. Wow, another anti-inflammatory? What? Another terpene that's an anti-inflammatory? Why do you think people who get high are always so chill and relaxed, right? Because their body's not hurting anymore, right? We've gone 6 weeks. This is week 6, right? Every terpene we've gone through is an anti-inflammatory. Every one of them is an anti-inflammatory, right? With one study examining its effectiveness of edema over retention of water. This study found that delta-3 carnitine's high presence in an essential oil was the reason for high effectiveness against acute inflammation from edema in rats. These priorities also have promising implications for the inflammatory conditions such as Alzheimer's, right? A lot of people look at us when we talk about cannabis can help with Alzheimer's. Cannabis can help with cancer. Cannabis can help with this. Like, oh, no, it can't help with that. Like, I'm not saying it's the end all be all of healing, man, but it can help. And here's a study showing that it can help with those who are suffering from Alzheimer's, because Alzheimer's is it's inflamed. Your brain is inflamed, and this is an anti-inflammatory, right? In multiple models, delta-3 carnitine also showed potential to improve bone health via increased calcium absorption into bones. One study examining nearly 90 compounds found that essential oils with high levels of delta-3 carnitine improved the bone health of animal subjects when added to their diets. These results are promising in treating bone disease and promoting overall health bone structure. How many of you guys break bones real easy, man? There's a lot of people. I know quite a few people, man. They just jump out the back of a truck. They're going to break their leg, dude. Or they just turn their arm wrong and it breaks their arm. Dude, there's a lot of people like that. But if you consume delta-3 carnitine, guess what? It's going to help strengthen your bones, right? Which is great, right? Finally, some research suggests that delta-3 carnitine's presence in juniper oil was a beneficial alternative in combating fungal infections, pointing to its potential use as an antifungal agent in treatment, right? How many of you guys got them nasty feet, dude? I mean, there's some times that you put on some shoes, you're just like, damn, my feet are itching today, or they stink really bad today. I don't even know what. I stepped in water and now my feet stink so bad. Dude, there's a lot, right? Antifungal. I mean, you guys being veterans, right? Especially you guys deployed, right? Sometimes, man, there's some days you wearing boots for 20, 40 hours or freaking just continuously, right? And you're not changing your socks. You're supposed to be changing your socks, man. And that's one of the biggest struggles. Is just like, man, dude, my feet are stinking today, or my feet are hurting today, right? It's an antifungal agent, which is phenomenal, which is great, right? Right here, they're going to tell you right here, cannabis strains high in delta-3 carnitine. You guys that consume cannabis, right? You guys may have already consumed these ones. You guys may have already gone out and consumed the delta-3 carnitine, right? A lot of these I've consumed already myself, and I never knew, right? And this is one of the biggest things that I kept telling that you guys need to understand and help get a better understanding of what is in your flower. When you're consuming cannabis, what is in your flower, right? And that's one of the biggest things is like, man, I don't even know what terpenes in this. But that's why I tell you guys that whenever you go to consume it, is that you need to ensure that you are looking at the lab reports to see exactly what is in the lab report. What is in my flower that I'm consuming, right? Because, I mean, a lot of these guys, these bud tenders and stuff, they are uneducated. And when it comes into understanding why or what is in this, what is in my flower, right? And so to be able to go through and say, hey, dude, what can you tell me about this? A lot of times they're like, oh, it got me so high, or I tried it and I felt like this or whatever, which is great, you know, which gets a better understanding, but everybody's chemical makeup is different. We all have a different chemical makeup. So if I consume it, it may make me feel like this, but if you consume it, it may make you feel completely different. It may not have an understanding as to why or what, you know, which sucks. But that's one of the things, guys, is just to be able to go through and say, hey, dude, I got to figure this out. I don't know. I don't understand, or this has made me feel like this when I used it, right? So for those of you that have consumed cannabis, these things are high in delta-3 carnine, the AK-47. I know you guys have consumed AK-47. The Arjan Ultra Haze, I haven't tried that one yet. I've tried AK-47, OG Kush, Jack Air, Super Lemon Haze, Skunk, and Super Silver Haze. I've consumed all of these except one. I never knew. Maybe that's why I had cotton mouth so bad when I consumed these, right? That's probably one of the main reasons, right? That's probably one of the biggest struggles that I've had, you know. And he said it gives you cotton mouth. It makes your eyes super bloodshot, right? And so this one, but it's drying, right? It's drying it out, right? That's why your eyes are so bloodshot, because it's drying out the mucus. It's drying out the water, right? This is why you have to drink a lot of water. Or if you got you a nice cool cup, you can put you some soda in here, keep your drink nice and cold. And this thing, and depending on how fast you drink it, this going to last you a while. You put ice in it, ice going to last you all day. You go to work, if you work an 8-hour shift, 12-hour shift, you put ice in it when you first start, there's still going to be ice in it when you leave, dude. All you got to do is just keep refilling it with your favorite drink, which is amazing. And they told me that mine's faded. My cup's faded, which y'all can see, right? But they said the other products, it's not faded. It's nice, bright, vibrant colors. I don't know. This is the cup I use, and I like it. It's still got my logo on it. You guys can clearly see what it is, right? Look, and then they went through here and asked some of the frequently asked questions on here. What does delta-3 carnine smell like? And we've already went through that, right? It's sweet, pungently herbal and earthy scent found in citrus, cypress, and pine wood, right? And then does delta-3 carnine help bones? One study shows that it did, right? We just went through that, right? Does delta-3 carnine cause red eyes when smoking marijuana? We read earlier it does, right? Because it's drying it out, right? Have an up and down effect. Does delta-3 carnine have an up and down effect? Delta-3 carnine, like limonene, is said to promote mental focus and concentration. When combined with other citrus and pine-like terpenes, 3-carnine may have more stimulating effects. So when you combine it with other terpenes, right, which usually in majority of cannabis plants, there's not just one terpene in it. There's multiple strains of terpenes in it. So when you can blend it with the limonene and the eucalyptal, right, it's going to give a more stimulating effect, which in turn could be very beneficial for you consuming it, right? Like I say, I prefer to smoke it because it's instant, right? But if you're able to use edibles, it takes a little bit longer to kick in, but it's a longer high. It's a more enjoyable high, right? But this is one thing I keep telling you guys about. Go to the lab reports. What's in your flower that you're consuming? Get an understanding of what's in it so you know the effects. Journal it. Get your journals together. Write it down. What are the benefits of me using this? This is how I felt. I used AK-47. It's high in delta-3 carnine, limonene, and whatever else, right? This is how I felt when I consumed it. I felt chill, relaxed. I will enjoy this and will continue to purchase. Or no, I had this terpene in it, this terpene in it, this terpene in it. It made me anxious as hell. I couldn't fucking sit down. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. And it freaking made me go crazy. Will not consume again. But guess what? Now you know it had these terpenes in it, and this is what these terpenes made you feel like. So when you go to get a different strain of cannabis and it has those terpenes in it, you already know how you're going to feel. So get out there and start journaling if you're able to consume it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, dude. I enjoy this time together to be able to help educate you and provide you an educational piece on cannabis, right? Freedom for cannabis, right? I got it right here. If you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can see it right there, right? Where's it at? Right here. Freedom for cannabis, right? Is helping educate and helping our community have an understanding of plant-based medicine. I've got brothers out there that don't promote what I'm doing because whatever reason, you know. It's cool, dude. I mean, I understand, dude. It's the stigma that I'm breaking. I'm breaking the stigma. You may continue believing in the stigma, but I'm here to break the stigma and help my community break that stigma to learn more about plant-based medicine and how we can get off the opioids the VA continues shoving down our throats. Because before we know it, we could become part of the statistics, and I don't want that for any of you guys that are listening in. You want to learn more about plant-based medicine? Hit me up or go over to Rafa180.com. That's Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel 180.com. And they will help you get a better understanding on plant-based medicine, not just CBD itself, on any plant-based medicine that you may need. Remember, guys, head over to Veteran Podcast Awards and vote. I need your votes to be able to bring back some more awards. We know why we're the #1 Marine Corps podcast. We know why we're the #1 podcast going around right now. If you guys are following me, you guys just saw that the New York Podcast Association just picked my episode, Wide Rapid with Brittany, as one of their top staff pick episodes of the week. Super excited, dude. I can't do it because without you guys, I'm not a podcast. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, coming to enjoy this time with me, man. Like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share. If whatever podcast, whatever audio platform you're listening on, go leave me a 5-star review, man. Let me know if you're enjoying this. Comment. Let me know, dude. I'll get back to you. If I see the comments, I'm going to respond back to you, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this hump day, man. Go finish the week off strong. Enjoy your time. The weeks are getting short. They're going faster, right? If you're having a long week, I apologize for that, man. But guess what? Friday's almost here. 2 more days and Friday will be here, man. And guess what? The holidays are about to be upon us, man. It's September. We're almost through midway through September, and we just started. It's almost midway already, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. Enjoying this time together. This is my time with you. I love you guys so much, man. Got a new episode coming out this Friday, man. You don't want to miss it. Like I said, every week it's a great guest coming on, advocating on why they use this plan and why they're such a huge advocate for it, man. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me, enjoying this time with me, man. Remember, guys, here at the Stoned Vet, we got your 6.
1, 2, 3, 4 for my country. I go hardcore. Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marine Corps. The Stoned Vet, 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 the Stoned Vet. I gotta